It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the Commanders' superstar cornerback, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Commanders and the Vikings, next on Madden Football.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaud. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they enter play here. They can't be any better as we hit the halfway mark. A perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in the...
And a Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Now the first pass of the afternoon is complete. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Back to Robinson now on first down. He'll get this down to the 48-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Bush. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they come to football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Bush. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick here is good. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bush. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bush. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
It feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football, and that's exactly what happened there.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Second and 9 now. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 14 carries, 53 yards.
Not an horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
They'll set up to throw. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2nd and 5. His throw incomplete.
That red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. Bush. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Bush. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, You have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Bush. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. From the gun on 3rd down. Bush. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. To throw on 2nd down. Bush. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Bush. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bush. This will be caught just inside the 10. 2nd and 3 from the 9. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
I give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. They have the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. And out now come the Vikings. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, It's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. On second down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. 17-0 our score after one. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, Mitchell. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing middle, and it's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chase Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 48. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bush. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A handoff from Mitchell running left to about the 48-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So here's Washington now to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Robinson up the middle. Down to about the 37. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Bush. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. The loop, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Robinson with another carry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. On 3rd and 2, Bush finding Hilton on the slant. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And some room to run now. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bush. Left side to Lamb. Touchdown Washington. C.D. Lamb with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Vikings head out to take over once again.
They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Throwing to start the drive. Bush. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on this schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Back to throw again. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll look to throw again.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now back to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin with a good one in the NFC. San Francisco heading to the Superdome to take on New Orleans. And it's the Niners who have the lead as those two teams play the second quarter. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And at halftime, they trail the visiting Titans in that ball game. T. Higgins, a touchdown catch in that first half. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Dolphins seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Vikings. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for Washington, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. To throw on third down, Bush. Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And this offense has really just been humming all game long, so to me, they're just saying, we want to finish this one off in the third quarter so we can coast home in the fourth. And this is just a tremendous play, something we've seen time and again from this offense.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hand off now to Robinson.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Robinson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on third down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the touchdown
from 4 yards out. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
An extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Give running right is Mitchell. He'll get it across midfield down to the 49. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Caleb Farley. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They begin the drive with Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I loved one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bush. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Or maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And now here's another interception.
Derek Stingley picks it.
There he goes, right side.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Mitchell.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Mitchell again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 4 yards out.
And the Vikings are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And the Washington offense heading out. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
117 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Bush. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Robinson will try to pick it up.
Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end.
Play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. look to throw again.
Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23.
Now back to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second and 6. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. When they've got the huge lead, now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And had some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Robinson up the middle.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
And you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Chase Young.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
They're going to look to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Kevin Fairley. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Operating from the gun. Bush. Touchdown!
CeeDee Lamb.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw here. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 33. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over first and 10. The Washington offense set to take over again. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
That was a heck of a sprint. Tried to get to the end zone, didn't quite get there, just short, out of bounds at the 2-yard line. I know the defense is relieved he didn't get to the end zone, and the guy who was carrying the ball, a little frustrated, he didn't make it all the way.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
And the Vikings now heading on to the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw for both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Washington, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.